Hi everyone, welcome to the spring 2024 semester. I'm Andrea Walters. I'll be your instructor for this semester in your econ class. This semester I'm teaching a variety of classes, and I just wanted to give a little introduction video to get to know us. Some of you will see me in person in hybrid classes in either Econ 302, Principles of Macroeconomics, or Econ 304, Principles of Microeconomics. Others of you are going to be taking a fully asynchronous, either 16 or 8-week course. But generally the courses are all about the same in terms of how they're structured. The majority of your materials are going to be on Canvas. You should see that Canvas shell loaded now. That's probably where you're seeing this video. You should have also received a welcome letter that outlined some of what we're going to be talking about. If you didn't see it, you might want to check your spam inbox because you will get emails from me periodically, and it's going to be a really great way for us to keep in touch. I do my best to not spam you. I know you get emails from 100 different organizations all day long, and I don't want to waste your time. And so I'll try to only email you when it's really important. In terms of the course, because the majority of the material and the majority of our communication happens through Canvas, you want to go ahead and make sure you have your Canvas notifications set to a way that helps you out. If you don't want your notifications bugging you, then turn them off and just make sure to check Canvas daily for announcements and other information. If that doesn't work for you, then you might want to make sure you have a lot of the notifications turned on, just so you're aware when I send an announcement out about changing a due date or something like that. All the courses, whether it's micro or macro, 16-week or 8-week or even 6-week, are organized in about the same way, which is that all the material for the week is in a module. And if you go to the modules page on Canvas, you'll see module 0, or the first module is sort of your orientation module, and then module 1 for the first week, module 2 for the second week, and so on all the way through. Each module is going to contain the chapters that are relevant to that week. If it's a 16-week course, it's going to be 1 or 2 chapters a week. If it's the 18-week course, it's going to be 2 or 3 chapters, and so on, just so we can get through the same amount of material in that amount of time. With every chapter's material, there's going to be the reading, there are going to be PowerPoint slides, there's usually at least a lecture video, some review content, and then sometimes I'll have extra videos too, and that's something that you can always request from me, especially in the asynchronous classes. Sometimes it's hard to understand the material just by hearing me talk about it or reading about it, and so I'm always happy to put together videos where I explain the model or the concept in another way and give you another way to attack that information. There's also going to be wrap-up materials that give you another way to review that. Every chapter or every module, every week's material is also going to have assignments. There are going to be 3 different kinds of assignments, and it's going to depend on what kind of class you have. Every class has a homework quiz for every chapter of material, and a terms assignment where I ask you to define the terms that are relevant to that chapter's material or that module's material. In the asynchronous courses, because we don't meet in person, we'll have discussion threads, discussion boards where I ask you to respond to a prompt relevant to that week's material and then interact with each other. And you'll be graded based on both your discussion post and your responses to your peers. For the hybrid and in-person classes, those points will be made up in class where we'll do participation activities. Those are activities that are compensating you with points for both being in person in class and for completing an assignment in class. And so we'll be doing models together, reviewing material together, and it's a great way for you to practice the material with me so that you have a really good sense of what the most important big ideas are for every week, for every module, for every chapter. We will have 3 other big assignments in addition to those weekly assignments, and those are going to be 2 midterm exams, first midterm at the halfway point, and then a second midterm in the last week of the course, whether it's week 8 or week 16. There will also be a class project. There's a little video and a description for all of that. And the big idea from the class project is to go through and just review everything we've discussed in the class and then talk about how it relates to you. I think this is a really valuable project. I think it's really important to do. I also think it should be fairly fun and not terribly difficult, and it's worth a lot of points. So the midterms and the project are worth about 10% of your course points each, and then your homeworks make up the bulk of your points, so you really want to make sure that you stay on top of those. Other than that, you can always check out my YouTube channel for additional videos. Come to my office hours. I'll have in-person office hours at the Folsom Lake campus, virtual office hours on Mondays and Tuesdays in my Zoom waiting room. And then I'm always happy to make appointments or just respond to you through email. I think econ is fun. I think I say that in the welcome letter. I really do. I like it. And so my job, I see it as, is to give you the economics education that you need, but also help you feel like econ might be kind of fun too. So please reach out to me anytime you have any questions. Keep an eye on those modules. Assignments will always be due the Sunday after they're assigned at 11 p.m. So, for example, the first week's assignments, our campus starts classes on Saturday, January 13th. So I consider that Monday the 15th, even though it's a holiday, is sort of the beginning of our week. And so those first assignments are going to be due that first Sunday, January 21st at 11 p.m. And then the next week's assignments we do the next Sunday. So module 2 due next Sunday, the following Sunday, January 28th, and so on. And so you can kind of expect that schedule to repeat itself and be really consistent. I do my best to try and keep Canvas really well organized, keep everything very consistent and clear, and also communicate with you. If you have any questions, you can always email me, reach out with a Canvas message, or come by either in person or virtual office hours. I'd be happy to see you. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you either virtually or in person. Take care and have a great day.